Now, I want to apologize in advance and put a disclaimer out there. Now, while Jenny might find the speech endearing, Boris may be slightly uncomfortable. But that's okay, because Jenny's uncomfortable 5 minutes will come later tonight. Now, it's said that there comes a time in everyone's life when they will meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person who they're going to know and love for the rest of their life. And that time came for Boris 29 years ago when he met me. Now, I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Max, and I'm Boris's younger, taller, and incredibly handsome cousin. I'd like to thank everyone here tonight, and I'd especially like to thank the parents of the bride and groom for all their hard work, and especially like to point out how beautiful Jenny looks tonight. Now, being Boris's cousin, I've had an opportunity to observe him in the wild. Now, as most of you know, Boris has many hobbies. And by many, I mean 3. And those 3 being football, working out, and gaming. Now, as many of you can tell by looking at me, football and working out are not the things Boris and I have in common. Real men have curves, Boris. However, gaming and computer is a love Boris and I have shared since we were little kids. I can remember when Boris first introduced me to computer games. We would spend hours in my uncle's basement playing all sorts of games. This is a common theme for us when we grew up. There were many occasions when I would sleep over, and instead of sleep, Boris would spend most of the night playing games. Now, some of you may look down on Boris for spending so much time in front of the screen. Some of you may say, 13 hours of video games in a day is too much. But I disagree. Boris has devoted his life to helping Mario save the princess. Now, I didn't know it then, but I know it now. Boris was practicing for this very day. And I'm happy to report that after searching many castles with no avail, he finally found his princess here in Disney. Now, it's because of these shared experiences with Boris that I realized that Jenny and Boris are the perfect match for each other. From the very first time I met Jenny, her warmth, her kindness radiated. But more than that, Jenny truly understood Boris. She not only let him play his games, but would even join in. Now, most recently, Boris decided that he wanted to get back into his favorite childhood game called Magic the Gathering. Now, for those of you that don't know, Magic is a card-based strategy game, and there's thousands of these cards that are used in battle. And Boris used to play this a lot when he was younger. So excitedly, he went to his storage locker and pulled out his cards. But to his dismay, his cards were outdated and no longer good. Who knew that playing cards had an expiration date like milk? Yet, not only did Jenny allow Boris to order a whole new set of cards, she also stayed up with him, sorting these cards so Boris could make the ultimate battle deck. Now look, folks, if helping your husband create an army to fight off the coming evil isn't love, I don't know what love is. Now, since I have a few years of marriage on Boris and Jenny, I have the following advice for you two. Now, Jenny, remember, men are like wine. They start out like grapes, and it's your job to stomp them until they turn into something you can enjoy. Now, Boris, on the other hand, Women are also like fine wine. They start off fresh, fruity, and intoxicating to the mind. And then they turn full-bodied and get sour and vinegary until they give you a headache. Now finally, for those of you that don't know, and this may come as a bit of a shock, Boris is Russian. Now, for those of you non-Russian, it's a tradition to shout the word Gorka at a Russian wedding. Now, the word Gorka literally means bitter. And what we're saying is that the alcohol is so bitter that the couple must kiss to make it sweeter. Aww. So now everyone, if you could please raise your glasses. Boris and Jenny, may your marriage be modern enough to withstand the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. We love you both very much. Now everyone, if you will, with me, please say Gorka.